I, suel amor est, a member of the body of God, hereby bind myself on behalf of the whole universe, even as we are now physically bound unto the cross of suffering, that I will lead a pure life as a devoted servant of the order, that I will understand all things, that I will love all things, that I will perform all things and endure all things, that I will continue in the knowledge and conversation of my holy guardian angel, that I will work without attachment, that I will work in truth, that I will rely only upon myself, that I will interpret every phenomenon as a particular dealing of God with my soul. And if I fail herein, may my pyramid be profaned and the eye closed to me. That is the oath of the abyss. Make of it what you will. Excuse me. The point I'm going to stress this morning is that I will interpret every phenomenon as a particular dealing of God with my soul. And I thought about that particular line. I think about that particular line a lot, but probably not as much as I should. Today is national. It's the official national holiday, or the national day, Popeye the Sailor Man Day. Now, I love Popeye. I put Popeye portions of his cartoons on Saturday morning cartoons and things like that. I was raised with Popeye, both the very old 1930s Popeye cartoons, but the 40s and 50s Popeye cartoons as well. I love Popeye. I love olive oil. I like Bluto. I like the whole Popeye thing. I like the artwork too. But I was thinking about Popeye. It's such a magical sounding name. And if you're sort of familiar with the history of Popeye, the comic book strip, it wasn't a comic book, it was the daily newspaper comic strip, wasn't called Popeye, it was called something else. And olive oil was actually the star of it, the newspaper one at first anyway. Popeye just came in as this other character. But there's something magical about, there really is something magical about the name Popeye. And there was one cartoon where Wimpy, the guy that eats hamburgers all the time, disguises himself as Popeye, and he becomes a Popeye impersonator, and it's a real good, it's perfect duplicate of Popeye. And they have an argument with each other. And Popeye, says, "Who are you?" And Wimpy goes, "I'm Popeye." He said, "You're not Popeye, I'm Popeye." And then Wimpy just keeps saying, "I'm Popeye." And then Wimpy says, "Is there not one Washington? Is there not one Lincoln? Is there not one Popeye?" Popeye said, "Yes." He says, "That settles it. I'm Popeye." It's a stupid thing, but it sets up sort of a weird mantra. and the sort of duality of the Popeye thing. And as I am pledged to interpret every phenomena as a particular dealing of God with my soul, the Popeye thing for today's theme sort of took hold. Now I flashed that at first, Popeye. Now Popeye just has one eye. He's always going like this. Okay. One eye. The single eye. Achad Oyen. And some people have put forth the idea that Achad Oyen, or the single eye, is at least one of the meanings of AA, the single eye, pop eye. And of course, you start playing with things Cabalistically, not to figure out any great secrets that were purposely hidden or any great secrets that you're going to get out of the specifics, but just the generalness of your dissection of the Popeye-ness of it. Now, Popeye, if you really want to get right down to how might it be spelled in Hebrew, you could boil it down to just two letters, two-letter P's, or Pepe. Now, Pepe put together, if you pronounce that's the Hebrew letter Pe. It's 80, and it's usually applied to the tower card, and tower means mouth. Doesn't mean eye. But anyway, Popeye could be spelled Pepe, because Pepe could be pronounced, because there's no true vowel sounds in Hebrew. The single letter Pe could be pronounced Pei, or P, or Pi, or Po, or Poo. So it could be or Pa. So Pepe could be Pepe, Pee-Pee, Poo-Poo, Papa, or Pai-Pai, or Pa, Pie, Pa, Pie. Pepe, 160. 160 is all sorts of also all sorts of crazy little things. You can look it up. If you want to stick an O in the middle of it, it's 166. But the idea of Popeye being an emissary, if you will, for the time being while you're thinking about this, the emissary of the AA, whose name is the great archangel Popeye. We even have an image to deal with. And then Popeye's most famous statement is, "I am what I am," which is exactly pretty much the English rendering of what in Genesis the God of the burning bush told Moses it was. Ashara, Aheya Ashara. So Popeye is starting to get us deeper and deeper into the Kabbalah. And what nourishes Popeye? Where does Popeye plug in and get his source of information? It's in spinach. And if you just translate the letters of spinach, treating the last CH as a chet, we get 218. And 218 happens to be the numeration of the Cabalistic world of Braya, the second highest Cabalistic world, the creative world, the archangelic world. That's where he gets his information directly from the second Hey in Yod Hey Vav Hey. And don't we all? And when Popeye is in trouble and he tries everything else humanly possible with his nepish, with his physical body, in order to divinely strengthen and charge his nepish, he goes directly, not to the intellect, not to his ruach, but to Braya itself, the spinach. Am I going crazy? Popeye, for an Enochian magician, also makes one immediately think of an Enochian Aether. It's the 19th Aether, pretty much in the middle section of the spectrum of Aethers. Pop, P-O-P. And I would be the vision that you would get from Pop. If you opened up the Aether of Pop and looked with your single eye of visionary experience, that might be your personal angelic vision, personal vision of Popeye. So we're going to close out today's thing by doing just that. And if you're watching this in a place where you can play it over again, perhaps later in your day, when you can take a little time and quietly relax after I intone the 19th call for the 19th Aether, Pop, you can have your own visit from Popeye. Actually, there's 3 governors that live in Pop. Just for those of you who are interested in the minutia of it, Pop rules, or is the governor of the part of the earth that's more or less like, in these days, was more or less like Western Sahara, or south of Algeria, Mali area, Mauritania, that area. It's sort of a North African and west part. Don't know if that has anything to do with anything today, but thought I'd throw that in. So, what's going to be your spinach? What is your divine source from Braya that's going to strengthen you? Perhaps the little vision you have after you listen to this and relax for a few minutes, you might find out. Are you ready? Madrias dies prof Pop. Kis mi kaol senir kaos god fifis balsestras iada. Non kagohulim mikma adoyan mad. Yaod bliorb soba uawana kis luciftias peripsal. Dies abresa noms ni taib kaosji. Ad tilb ad fat damplas tuat noms gi mikal zoma. Eras tafglob marbiari ido igo udul zulp yadav Gahor, Caos gatabi ertsener, ad Christios il poil tiobel, bas dir, til noan pai dorsba do dremnis zilna. El zeptir parmgi, paripsax, ad aquels buapes, el nibim, uchosimp, o Christios agel tortorn mirque tiobelel, ton paimd dils moaspian, od Christios agel tortorn paracas simp. Querdzis, dod palad fifals il smenad, od farcht bam sumawas. Kunisbra, o avavax tonug. Ors catibel noas mitabsis levithmong, unci tilbors. Bagley, mua ol cordzis. El capimao ixomaxip, od cacocasab gosse, baglen pi tianta a Babylon, od farcht teluk vovim. Madriax torzu, o adriax orocha abroabri, tabeori priarzart habas adre pencurs tedubix, iol cam priaziar od coazior, od quas queting, repair pax agacor, umel od pridzar kakoi eoi vequamt, torzu zakar od zamran apsipsibut monam, diesurzas tir baltan odo sikleque, od azazma plapliyad namad. Ulvenu zakam ilsge, torzoia, torzoi, torzoi, abiond, abayond, o magrap, ol venu zakam ilsge, o magrap. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.